The Real Platform mission is to catalyze young people across the world to leverage practical and innovative approaches for global citizenship. Our vision is a world where every young person is transformed into a global citizen, equipped to create positive change in their communities and beyond. Through strategic initiatives, leadership development, community engagement, and innovative projects, we are empowering the next generation to become responsible changemakers and nation builders. We invite you, join our thriving tribe today and become a member in any of our city expressions. We also invite you to partner with us, sponsor our projects, and join us in making a lasting impact across communities and nations. To become a member of this tribe or to partner with us, sponsor a project, or learn more about our work, please call or send a message to +234 704 446 4445. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. The Real Platform mission is to catalyze young people across the world to leverage practical and innovative approaches for global citizenship. Our vision is a world where every young person is transformed into a global citizen, equipped to create positive change in their communities and beyond. Through strategic initiatives, leadership development, community engagement, and innovative projects, we are empowering the next generation to become responsible changemakers and nation builders. We invite you, join our thriving tribe today and become a member in any of our city expressions. Kunle Joe Komolafe, fondly called KJK, is a recognized voice in transformational leadership and sustainable development. As the convener of the Real Impact Summit and founder of the Center for Real Impact, he is driving a powerful movement that reshapes how leaders think, build, and deliver impact across borders. With a footprint in the US, Nigeria, the UK, and expanding into other cities and continents, his work spans leadership development, strategic consulting, and enterprise transformation. KJK leads KJK Development Systems, a training, strategy, and consulting organization providing actionable strategies that turn vision into execution for individuals, institutions, and governments. With over 2 decades of experience, KJK is a John Maxwell certified coach. Also, as a cybersecurity enthusiast, he holds credentials including CISM, CRISC, and Security Plus. As a devoted project manager, he holds the globally recognized PMP, PMIUSA certification. His impact includes advisory roles with top consulting firms and strategic work with private and government agencies. As a best-selling author and tireless advocate for excellence, growth, empowerment, and global sustainability, his passion is evident in every initiative he leads. Kunle Joe Komolafe isn't just speaking about the future, he's building it. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a real welcome using love emojis in the comment box as we bring to your screen Kunle Joe Komolafe, popularly known as KJK.
If you all can hear me. All right, so if you can hear me, can you put in the emojis, the love signs, the thumbs up, the hugs? I am excited to be back here. It's been 2 weeks and I'm sure that we have all been paying attention. So for the past few weeks, we've been discussing the law of attention, right? So I want to believe that we have gone back to the previous, I'll call it episode, right? Or series. What do we call it? To listen and to also come up with action items that would help you become better at whatever that you do across your diverse spheres of influence. Okay, regardless of the level that you are, either as a professional, as a senior manager, as a CEO, as someone working in a company, or you are a public servant, or you are a business owner, you're about to start, about to start a business, wherever level that you are, what we are talking about, or we've been talking about, applies to you. Okay. And so I want to believe that you've been paying attention. Again, good evening, everyone, and welcome back. This is the third series, and I'm hoping that we're able to wrap this up, and then in another 2 weeks, another real conversation with KJK, we will be able to start another series, or just having a one-off conversation, as it were. So again, I would start by talking about just what we discussed previously, quickly, and then we go straight into what we have for today as we wrap it up. We started a very important conversation on the law of attention, right? And if I want to summarize all that we've talked about in the last 2 episodes, I would say that your life is moving in the direction of your attention. I'm sure you've heard me say that over and over again, that our life, your life, you probably want to even personalize it and say that my life is moving in the direction of my attention. What I give attention to could determine the direction at which my life will go. Did you get that? Whatever you are paying attention to, whoever you are paying attention to, could determine the direction that your life will go. We said previously that attention is no longer just a personal habit. Attention in this generation, this time that we have found ourselves, attention is no longer a personal habit. Attention is now an economy. Attention is now an economy. A lot of people are cashing out from the number of people they can grab their attention. They are cashing out big in dollars, in pounds, in naira, in all diverse currencies of the world. Attention is now an economy. The people that they can grab their attention determines how fat their accounts would be. You see, and we talked about that a little bit, in our previous conversation. And I remember I mentioned that attention is a battlefield. Attention is a battlefield. And so we're in a war of attention. Everything around us is calling for our attention. The notifications on our phone, the calls, the text messages. Oh, you don't want me to go to what's going on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok. What else do we have again? Snaps, right? Some people literally live there. You see that? And then when you ask, how have this translated into personal development? How has this translated into economic growth for yourself, for your family? You can't even account for it. How has this translated into success in your profession, in your business? You can't even account for it. Attention is a battlefield. And oh my God, the battle is being won by those who want to grasp our attention. And we don't even know it. We don't even know it, right? We said that attention is a leadership skill. You need to develop it as a leader. Either you are leading yourself, you are leading in a team, or you are a potential leader. Wherever that you find yourself, attention is a leadership skill. And in today's world, one of the uncommon abilities is the ability to stay with what matters the most, or what matters long enough. I talked about that, I think, in the last episode. Your ability to stay with what matters long enough for it to produce results. That's an uncommon ability that we need to begin to develop as humans. We also establish that what you consistently give your attention to will eventually shape your affection. What you give attention to will eventually shape your attention. It will shape your ambition. It will shape your attitude. What you give attention to will shape your actions. Could it just be that you are acting the way you act, knowingly or unknowingly, because of what you have paid attention to over the last few weeks and over the last few months? The thoughts you have paid attention to is gradually diversifying you from who you should be, to who whatever it is wants you to be, right? What you are paying attention to determines, we said, your outcome. So those are the things that we talked about in the past episode. Now, I want to say, as we make progress today, that when your attention is always on what is missing, you become ungrateful. And that's why we have a lot of ungrateful citizens. We have a lot of ungrateful men, ungrateful women. We have a lot of ungrateful people in relationships, ungrateful people in marriages, ungrateful people in our various offices. You have ungrateful staff. You have even ungrateful bosses. Why? When your attention is always on what is missing, you become ungrateful. You take your eyes away from what is working. You take your eyes away from what has worked. You take your eyes away from the vision, the purpose, the goal, what brought you thus far, and you begin to cry, you begin to overthink, you begin to process what is not working. At that point, you switch from being a grateful person to an ungrateful person. I'm working on a mini book, and I called it something about no, don't let me let the cat out of the bag yet, but it has to do with how ungratefulness affects growth, how ungratefulness affects success, how ungratefulness has destroyed potential business opportunities, potential relationships, potential destinies, the position that a lot of people take, being ungrateful. And the reason why that happens is because we pay attention on what is missing more than what we have. When your attention is always on who is ahead, even in this journey of success, in this journey to greatness, or more greatness as it were, when you begin to pay attention to who is ahead of you, you become insecure. Now you can positively pay attention to them, and the reason why you do that is because you want to learn principles, dynamics, policies, what worked and what did not work, extract those and see how out of excitement, out of curiosity, you want to implement those, because I know I said that, I don't know if it was in the last episode or somewhere, that if you eat, I've said that over the years, for over 10, 15 years, I'm sure a good number of the people who has been with us now would know that that is one of my songs. Every time, if you eat what giants eat, one day you will become a giant. If you eat what giants eat, one day you become a giant. So if your focus on the things or on the people who have gone ahead is so to learn, is understandable. But when your focus or your attention is always on who is ahead, to begin to question your ability, to begin to question your potential, to begin to question who you are, right? Comparing yourself one to another is the path to foolishness and stupidity. And you don't want to be there. I'm sure I'm not speaking to any of such people. When your attention is always on what is ahead, who is ahead, you become insecure. And I'm talking about in a negative perspective. When your attention is always on bad news, there are people who all they are looking for is bad news. And when you look for it, you get it. You become fearful. One of the things that is creeping into the minds of a lot of people, into businesses, into professions, into families, into individuals, is fear. And the reason is because we consume so much of what triggers that. We consume so much of bad news. We are the ones who know where the bomb landed. We are the ones who know all the numbers of the people that has been kidnapped. We are the ones who know what's going on with the economy. The economy is this and that. All we are paying attention on is bad news, and that's why you become fearful. Are we together? So attention is critical, and that's why I said that attention is not just a personal hobby anymore. It has become a battlefield. When you pay attention on offense, when your attention is always on offense, you become bitter. Check it. When your attention is always on offense, you become bitter. When your attention is always on entertainment, you become unserious. When we check the number of hours you spend either online or offline, and it's always, now I'm not saying that it is bad to get entertained, but I'm saying that when your attention is always on entertainment, if we say on a scale of 1 to 10, we find out, or you find out, because you have to be real with yourself, you find out that 6 out of 10, you spend your time more on entertainment, on comedies, and on all of those things. All of a sudden, it happens, it creeps in bits by bits. It could take months, it could take weeks, and it could take days, depending on who it is. And you will not know. And when you are called to caution, you defend it. You probably even try to avoid such person. You fight such person. You go into your shell when it comes to that person, because you don't want to hear the truth. That's the era that we find ourselves. People no longer want to be corrected. They don't no longer want to be checked. They don't no longer want to be mentored. And I was shocked. I think it was one of the meetings I heard when we have the people, the likes of the UBA chairman. I heard he's going to be stepping down in a bit. The UBA chairman, Tony Elumelu, came online publicly for the first time to say, I'm on my way to see my mentor. And he displayed the pictures of when he got there and all of that. I think it was in Monaco or so. A lot of people were shocked. People began to create content out of it. But that's just the truth. And I'm creating one too today out of it, right? Be teachable, be mentorable at whatever level you find yourself. Be open to correction. Be open to learning. When you pay attention more on entertainment, you become unserious. When your attention is always on purpose, your attention is always on growth, is always on service, is always on gratitude, appreciating for every little thing. It's thank you, thank you. I learned that over the years. Why are you thanking me? When they say that, I say thank you again. Gratitude. When your attention is always on discipline, your life begins to move differently. That's the whole idea behind what we are talking about today. This is why two people can live in the same city. Two people can live in the same neighborhood but live in a different world. They can live even in the same apartment but live in a different world. Because what Lady A is paying attention to is different from what Lady B is paying attention to. It comes down to this, sweetheart. It is a battlefield. It is a battlefield. One person sees problem everywhere. Meanwhile, the other person sees possibilities. You are discussing problems, why it will not work. She's discussing solutions, why it can work. I'd rather die trying. One person sees a reason to quit. Another one is seeing the reason to learn. One person is seeing competition, right? Another one is seeing inspiration. That's why they can be together in the same community, in the same center for real impact. But they are having two different experiences, two different results. We are in a conversation, and all that you are seeing is what cannot work. In the same conversation, someone else is chatting and sending messages to me or to the leadership on how he or she is seeing potential in what is being discussed. They are seeing solutions in what is being discussed. Yes, he is right, sir. I think there are some roadblocks, but I also think, come on now, that's what we are talking about. And these are the people that in every organization, in every system they find themselves, they get promoted, they get rewarded. Because while everybody is seeing problems, they are seeing solutions. They are not discarding the problems. That's not what I'm saying. They are not pushing aside the problems, but in the problem, they are seeing solutions. While a lot of other people, a lot of us could only be seeing why it will not work, or why it has to, or why it could work the way we want it to work. One person is seeing delays, another one is seeing preparation. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You're looking at what you're experiencing and what you are going through as a delay, but another person living next door is seeing it as an opportunity to prepare for more, an opportunity to go learn, an opportunity to go sit down more with his or her mentor, an opportunity to read more books, an opportunity to watch more podcasts or listen to podcasts, or an opportunity to just spend time developing more certifications, getting more exposure. While you sit down, you are crying that this has brought delay to me. It comes down to, again, what I said before. Attention is a battlefield. It is a battlefield. The difference between all of these I just talked about is attention. What has your attention determines what grows in your interpretation of life. I'll say that again and slowly. What has your attention determines what grows in your interpretation of life. What grows in your interpretation of life? Attention affects success. It affects success. Success is not only about what you desire. It goes beyond that. It is about what you can stay with long enough for it to produce results. And that's why we have many people who are gifted, but they are not focused. You see, they are passionate, but they are not consistent. I said this sometimes, I don't know if it's on this series, but somewhere about when I was talking about the power of consistency. I think that should be my middle name. Having done this for 22 years, going to 23, we are not where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be. You probably might think, oh, you should be much more than this. I'm grateful for where we are right now. I'm not contented, but I'm grateful for where we are now because we haven't packed our bags out yet, and we're not packing out anytime soon. Because beyond passion, beyond interest, beyond vision, beyond talent, beyond gifts, we are committed to it, and we are consistent in it, and we are focused in it. I was talking to one of our leaders just a few hours ago, Victor. You know, it's raining where he is today, and I said, oh, you need to go back home, it's raining. you need to go back home. It's raining. A lot of us, we are all in our homes, in our blankets, right? I said, go back home. Every day you've been on the road, just trying to make sure that an event that we're coming up with very soon is a success. Go back home. He said, no, we are committed to this, be it under rain or under sun. That is focus, laser focus. Not being told what to do, but you just know what to do. Not being driven, not being whined to do stuff, but rather you have done it and you report back to say, hey, I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not waiting to be called upon, but you are driving the vision. You are driving that business. You are driving that assignment. Laser focus, attention on this. I was talking to him as well some few minutes ago, and I said, there's somebody, we're just talking, like making a joke about crush and all of that. The last time I came to Nigeria and all of it, he said, so I did not see anybody. I can't even see anybody. I'm like, you should see. We were laughing about it, and he said, no, I can't see. I'm in my business. I'm doing work. I'm focused. My attention is here. That's what we are talking about. Many people are talented, but they are easily distracted. Are you that kind of person? Many people start strong. Are you in that place? Are you in that WhatsApp group? They start strong, but then they cannot sustain attention long enough for results to compound. You have notes and jotters and books about ideas and vision and the things you want to do, the things I can do. You're waiting for $150 million or $120 million or $110 million or $1 million, or you're waiting on 1,500 pounds, or you're waiting on 150. Start where you are and stay on it. Stay on it long enough. Pay attention to it. Many people start strong, but they cannot sustain attention long enough for result to compound. Attention. Attention. And I have come to discover from my study of people and paper, people meaning autobiographies and biographies, paper meaning reading of all kinds of books, that there are many things in this life that will only reward sustained attention. It will only reward sustained attention. Many things in this life. Many things. In fact, the easier you are able to access it, the easier it may come to an end. But when you put in sustained attention, because I'm not saying that it comes to an end negatively, I'm saying that at the time it comes to an end, the end, because you have paid so much sustained attention to it, what looks like an end to many people, they are celebrating you. Oh my God, you just nailed that 250 million naira project. You just nailed that $50,000 project. You just nailed that $100 million project. You just nailed that 25 million pounds project, and all of that they are celebrating. They are seeing an end to the project, but you are seeing a bend. That, okay, now this has ended, kind of. Now what do we do from here again? That comes to an end. Now you are hitting $1 billion, or you are hitting $500,000, or you are hitting $200 million, as it were. That again, people rejoice. They are celebrating. Oh, he just bought a house. He just bought a car. He just built, a plaza and all kinds of things, right? And they are rejoicing because it's an end in their eyes. But because you have sustained attention, you know there is more. There is more. Many things reward sustained attention. Many things. Parenting rewards sustained attention. Business rewards sustained attention. Leadership. I just talked about the real platform, how we got started with zero. Nothing. Nothing. Only passion. Nothing. And vision. All the shuns. Growth rewards sustained attention. Relationship rewards sustained attention. Because there will be there will be chaos, there will be issues, there will be problems, there would be challenges across all of these I have mentioned, but with sustained attention, progress, you hit the rock, you break it, shatter it off. Our health rewards attention. You need to pay attention to your health. You cannot afford a gym subscription. You can walk. You can create one behind your house. You can create one at the front of your house. You can create one right in your house. You can fill up stones in a bottle and use it. A lot of things that we can improvise on. Your health will reward sustained attention. Money rewards sustained attention. Your skills reward sustained. You cannot casually attend to something and expect extraordinary result from it. I say that again. You cannot casually attend to something and expect extraordinary result from it. Yeah, I say that again, that you cannot, sweetheart, cannot casually attend to something and expect extraordinary result from it. Anything you ignore will eventually deteriorate. Anything you ignore. Be it good thing or bad thing. The key to ensuring that it deteriorates is ignoring it. You ignore reading, boom, your knowledge starts deteriorating. You ignore learning, boom, it will show over time. You ignore mentorship, boom, it will show over time. The best you can be will be a mediocre. And anything that you consistently, anything that you consistently attend to will eventually develop. And you see, the truth of the matter is this, that everything is speaking. Everything around us is speaking. We are not just paying attention to it. Everything is speaking. We are probably not just listening. We are listening to ourselves, not to what that thing is saying. Your body is speaking. When you used to sleep 7 hours a day and all of a sudden you begin to sleep 3 hours, your body is speaking. You can tell me about that. If there's anything I'm learning now, I'm learning my body, because, every year you get older, right? I'm learning my body because I still want to be here at 90, still playing soccer. Everything around you is speaking. Your children are speaking if you have one, but are you paying attention? Your business is speaking. Are you paying attention? Your purpose is speaking. Are you paying attention? Your future is speaking. Are you paying attention? Your bank account is speaking. Are you paying attention? Your future is giving you that signal, like a traffic light signal. It used to be green, now it's on yellow. It's a warning. Before it goes red, it is speaking. Your future is speaking. You can see it around you, but are you paying attention to it, or you are ignoring it? Remember, what you ignore over time begins to deteriorate. Sometimes failure is the result of ignored signals. Failure is the result of ignored signals. Failure. Attention helps you notice this early. It helps you to correct them early. It helps you to have conversations with yourself around that early. It helps you to grow deliberately. It helps you to live intentionally when you pay attention. I know and I tell myself that I cannot impact a generation that is too distracted to understand. So one of the things I have been telling myself over the years and now beginning to pay more attention to it is never to give an unsolicited counsel. Never to give an unsolicited advice. If you are crossing the road and you don't see me as one who can help you cross, and you choose to cross, whatever happens at the middle of the road, come on now. Because we have a generation that is so distracted, who believes now in self. But that's a conversation for another day. You cannot solve problems you have not paid attention to. You cannot lead people that you have not paid attention to, you have not listened to as a leader. And I understand that people trafficate. People move towards my direction because I pay attention to them. And I still tell myself I'm not even doing enough. You cannot serve a community that you do not pay attention to. If you're a member of the real tribe and you're a leader, you cannot lead the people that you have not paid attention to. You cannot lead a vision right that you have not paid attention to. If you're a volunteer, you cannot serve well if you have not paid attention enough to the process. And it just doesn't have to do with the platform. It has to do with anywhere you belong. Anywhere you belong. You cannot serve a system. You cannot serve in an office that you do not pay attention enough to understand the dynamics of the office, the politics of the office, the policies of the office, the procedures of the office. And yes, I said that. I said the politics of the office. I don't know. I don't want to play politics. I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do office politics. That's why you're not going to get promoted. You need to understand that every system has its politics. No matter how gifted and how talented you are, you need to understand how the game is being played in your sphere of influence. Just like every sphere of influence has its language, it also has its style of playing. Learn it. You have to learn it to grow. Don't give me that holier than thou attitude and posture. If you really are hungry to grow, you cannot create solutions if you don't understand what's happening there. Impact requires attention. Impact requires attention. As a leader, 60% of our leaders, I know what is, at least to an extent, 60% of what's going on in their life. If I don't know it, then you are distant. That's leadership. That's leadership. Impact requires attention. Anywhere you want to make impact, you have to pay attention to it. So deep enough that you can literally see the cells of the system. You can see the cells of the organization. You must pay attention to the pain. So I'm asking, what's the pain points? Either in the individual, in the system, in the team. Pay attention to patterns. Pay attention to the pain. I said that right? And I'm saying pay attention to the patterns. Pay attention to the people. The money you are looking for, I have said that before over and over again, especially when I teach on money, is in the pocket of somebody. And if you don't pay attention to the unique need, the unique pain of that person, you cannot fish out that money. And the more you can attend to it, the more you can get. Somebody will go there and get $1 million. Another person will go there and get $100. Somebody will go there and get 20 million. Another will go there and get 10 million. Another will go there and get 1 million. And some will go there and get thank you. Or a bottle of wine. Depending on how you have paid attention to the pain, to the pattern, to the person or the people in the team, to the problems, to the possibilities. Guys, pay attention to your becoming. Very important. Things are not probably going to get easy. So if you're praying that things get easy, I was writing something earlier on. I said people just jump from one prayer group and one to another without understanding that there's a place of somebody who has a master's, who has the qualification, certification, and all of that will still be considered before you. Develop yourself. Make a 5-minute presentation because you haven't paid attention to yourself, to your becoming. You see that? You can't even sustain a 10-minute presentation. Pay attention to your becoming at any level you find yourself. There's always somebody that knows more, that has more. There are rooms that Dangote will go into and take notes. So at every level, everybody is paying attention to their becoming. Are you doing the same thing? Are you doing the same thing? Breaking news. Breaking news. The next big thing is hidden in what others are too distracted to notice. I'll say that again. I'll say that again. That the next big thing in your life is hidden in what others are too distracted to notice. While they are on snapping and they are on Xing and they are on TikToking, you are drilling deep to understand, how can I become better? What do I need to do? You have the list of the top 10 in your city. You are sending them emails every month, whether they reply you or not. You know their birthdays already. You are sending them birthday messages, whether they reply or not. You are understanding how they dress. You are understanding how they talk. You are understanding. I was telling somebody, I said, the first time I would meet with someone like Barack Obama, which I will, I'll let him know how much of all his speeches I have listened to. God bless him, blessed memory, Dr. Miles Monroe, the same thing. All his books are here. I began reading his book from the age of 16. I looked forward to meeting him. Then visas and, finances was a major issue for me. But now it is not. But he's no more. So I said to myself one day, I would be in Bahamas, which is not that far from me anymore, and I will go to his grave and let him know, regardless, and just drop a flower there and fly back. The next big thing is hidden in what others are too distracted to notice. The future does not belong to the loud, though. It doesn't belong to the loud, though. It doesn't belong to the loud. The future belongs to the attentive. It belongs to the attentive. Those who can observe change. Those who observe dynamics. One of the things we're going to be talking about in the forthcoming leadership conclave, for those who have been invited to the conclave, is how to understand agendas and how to key into agendas. Deep conversations. How to key into agendas. Going deeper into some of the things that I have not shared before, but that I know. How to understand games of life and play to win. The future belongs to those who can stay awake while others are entertained. Those who can study what others just scroll past. You understand? Those who can listen beyond noise. Those who can think beyond trends. Those are the people that own this future we are talking about. Those who can focus beyond feelings. Those who have erased from their dictionary the word bored. Because there's always something to do. Oh, I'm bored. Are you joking? No, it's okay to be. But hello, welcome to the world of mediocrity. Those who can focus beyond feeling. So how do we fix this? How do we fix this? How do we fix this? As we begin to wrap up this series, how do we fix this?
Okay, I found this on the web.
Keep quiet, Siri. How do you fix this? I thought I was talking to him. So I'll be giving us three practical. Sorry, I need to take some notes as well. Three practical things. So at times I'm talking and then I get inspiration. Three practical things to begin to do right now after this session that would help us become a people or a person that pays more attention. Number one, audit your attention. Yeah, I said that. Number one, audit your attention. You cannot change what you have not measured. Audit your attention for the next 6 days or 7 days. For the next 7 days, pay attention to what is getting your attention. For the next 7 days, pay attention to what is getting your attention. And I want to encourage you to share this link. It's still going to be on YouTube, so share the link. Just pick it up where you see on YouTube, put on your status, put on your Instagram page, put on your YouTube, on your WhatsApp status, post it in groups, and just let them know you need to watch this. You need to listen to this. It's transformational. It's thought-provoking. It's mind-shifting. I think it is. So you want to share the link to people who couldn't even join us live, but they can still say. The goal at the end of the few weeks is to begin to close all of these up, and then at some point people would have to pay to listen to them. So when you click on it on YouTube, it's going to ask you to pay before you have access. So now that you have access to it, I want you to maximize it, and I want you to let your friends, associates, colleagues, loved ones also, learn from it. Pay attention to what is getting your attention. You want to start checking your screen time. I do that every Saturday now. You want to check your screen time. You want to check which app consumes most of your time. Now, which app consumes most of your time? You want to check that. You want to check what do you do first in the mornings when you wake up. If it is to grab your phone is what you do first in the morning, you have an issue which you need to address quickly. Check what you do first in the morning. Check what you do last in the day. Check what kind of content changes your mood. Check what conversations drain you. You see that? You want to check what voice influences your decision, and let that person know. You influence my decisions. Because your association will determine your acceleration. You see that? Check what you keep postponing because your attention is elsewhere. You want to check it. What are the things that I keep postponing because my attention is elsewhere? Ask yourself, is my attention funding my future or feeding my distraction? Is my attention funding my future, or it is feeding my destruction? When you ask yourself questions like this, it helps you. It's easy to become the CEO of the organization, to grow in the ladder. When they are downsizing, you remain that one person. I can tell you about that to an extent. You know why you need to audit your attention? It's because not every interesting thing is useful to you. It could be interesting. I'm not saying it is not, but is it useful to you? Is it useful to your future? Not every urgent thing is important. Not every trending thing deserves your mind. You don't have to know it. Not every invitation deserves your energy. Not every notification deserves your response. You need to understand this. You must become the gatekeeper of your attention. You have to. In this age and time that we find ourselves, it's a battlefield. Number 2, as we begin to wrap up, I have 3, so this is number 2. You have to create sacred focus blocks. It was last episode I talked about that a little bit, and I think I showed you a book, Time Blocking. You want to check it out, by Luke Sivas, Time Blocking. Create sacred time, sacred focus blocks. You need protected time where your mind can go deep into a concept. You sleep on it. You sit on it. You brood on it. Not every hour should be available to everybody. Not every message must be answered immediately. Do you get it? Not every call must be picked immediately. Hi. I'm really going deep and talk. These are conversations I have with my proteges. But I mean, it's a privilege that we can all have that. Not every notification must be active. Oh, I don't even have any active notification. I don't. At times, learn how to turn the phone upside down for an hour. Choose a block of time daily, even if it's just 45 minutes, where you just focus on one meaningful thing, one idea, and sit on it until you are able to generate the result, the outcome from start to finish. Because it's one thing to let the prompt come on AI. It's another thing to be able to. That's why a lot of us, we have a lot of stuff on our AI. Either on our ChatGPT, on our Claude, on our, all of those things. Choose a block of time. Choose a block of time where you're not doing no random checking, no multitasking, no background scrolling. Just one task, one goal, one direction. You read, you think, you write, you plan, you pray. You see that? You are building, you are creating, you are reviewing, you are practicing. That's why, people say, I spend an hour in the bathroom, I'm scrubbing. I do 1 hour, maybe of the 1 hour I bathed for 15 minutes. I do 40 minutes, maybe out of the 40 minutes I just bathed for 10 minutes. I'm there, the shower is just pouring, and I'm lost in thoughts. I'm meditating. It could be on an individual, it could be on an idea, it could be on the platform, it could be on one of the members, it could be one of the leaders. I'm just soaking it in there. Yours could be different. Yours could be different. Yours could be different. The problem is not that we need more time. That's not the problem. Oh, what a busy day. I wish I had 26 hours. No. The problem is not that you needed more time. The problem is that out of the time that has been given to you by your Creator, you have misused some. Unconsciously. unknowingly. So sometimes what we need is more undivided attention inside the time that we already have. More undivided attention inside the time that we already have. Excuse me. And finally, number 3. Number 3. Choose your inputs before the world chooses them for you. Choose your inputs before the world chooses them for you. Information, right? Internal formation. I was going to say, I could even say input formation. Information. What you are seeing, what you are listening to. You see that? What you are seeing, what you are listening to. Choose your inputs before the world chooses them for you. Every opening in your body is an access. What you are seeing, what you are hearing, what you are smelling, what you are tasting, and I can go on and on and on and on like that. Choose your inputs before the world chooses them for you. Don't let algorithm disciple you. Keep posting with that 1 view, with that 2 view. And when I say posting, I mean marketing, selling. Keep sending out those proposals, be it read or not responded. There was a year, many years ago, I sent out over 360 something or 350 something proposals in 1 year, and not one person responded. Till today, I'm talking about over 15 years ago. Many years ago, I did those proposals. I sent them out everywhere. I'm not till today, I'm still sending out proposals. I am still doing it. Don't let algorithm disciple you. Don't let your confidence. Don't let your confidence be reduced by comparison. I talked about that already. Don't let your ambition be shaped by strangers that are showing you a edited version of their own lives. Don't get carried away by all of those. The best of actors are not in movies. The best of actors and actresses are on social media. I was speaking, I think, to the leaders or somebody. I said, the videos you see me post every week, you see us post every week that you see me talk, that looks like the near to good best version. Just so you know today. There are some that I had to take like 4 times. Hello guys, how you doing today? I just want, oh shoot, that's not it. That's not it. No. I thought I was stop that. You understand? I know some of you may be laughing. Stop it. Take it again. All right, smile. Hello, how you all doing? It's good to be back again. You know, we began talking about vision. Vision is the no, don't start with hello. Oh yeah, take it again. Do not let your ambition be shaped by strangers showing you a edited version of their lives. And the new actors, the new actresses are no longer in movies. They are on social media. So you want to choose wisely. Decide what you will feed your mind with. Choose books. Choose mentors. Choose conversations. Choose that man, choose that woman, and let them know, come rain or high waters, I die here. I die here. Choose your environment where you go to. Be intentional about it. Choose your phone. Be intentional about it. Choose your silence. Be intentional about it. Choose people who stretch you. Oh, I am so intentional about that. Choose people who can build you. Oh, ask me how. Choose truth over trends. Trends will die. But truth lives forever. Choose purpose over performance. So many people are performers, not purposeful. Choose growth over gossip. Because your mind is a garden, so you want to choose peace over constant stimulation. It comes down to two things: the books you read and the people you associate yourself with. Because if you don't plan or plant intentionally, the weeds will grow. The weeds will grow naturally around you. You don't need to plant weeds; they grow naturally. And they grow where there are good grasses as well. And if you don't pay attention to them, they will overshadow the good grasses and take over the land. And the land I'm talking about here is your mind. When you leave a land, a garden unattended to, the weeds will show up. Attend to your garden. Attend to your garden. Because you have to succeed. You have to. At whatever level you are, my assignment is simple: to push you. Leave your attention unattended to, and fear will grow. It will grow. Comparison will grow. Distraction will grow. Offense will grow. You see, that confusion will grow when you don't attend to your attention. Attend to your attention. I think I like that. Attend to your attention. All right, I'll wrap it up here. A few minutes past my time. I just want to be sure that we are able to, finish this up today. So, as I wrap up, you cannot become everything. You cannot become everything you were created to become while you are giving your attention to things that are not connected to your assignment. I'll say that again, and I need that to be a quote from me. You cannot become everything you were created to become while you give your best attention to things that are not connected to your attention. So if I'm talking to you, if I'm still chatting with you, if I'm still connected to you, it is because you are connected to my assignment, vice versa. Oh yeah. Because I know my future is calling, and my phone too is calling. So which one will I pick? My future or my phone? I know purpose is calling, and I know distraction too is calling. So which one do I choose? My purpose or distraction? I know that my growth is calling, but comfort too is calling. Will I choose comfort? I just want soft life. I just want soft life. I want soft life. Oh shit, softer. All I want is soft life. Yeah, the best you can be is a mediocre. Believe me, guys. I was watching Dangote and the other one beside they were talking, and I saw the way the guy was talking passionately. People were listening. I'm looking at the passion in his eyes. I'm looking straight into his eyes, and I'm seeing a very uncomfortable man with where he is, marketing and selling the shares. Softer, softy, softolo. Your assignment is calling, but entertainment too is calling. So which one do you want to attend to? Which one do you want to pick? Your destiny is calling, but so comparison is calling. Who is wearing the best of designers? Who is wearing the best of perfume? I just want to. It's good to look good. I love to look good, and I love to see people look good around me. It's good, but not in comparison with another. But because you know your future demands it, your sphere of influence demands it, your purpose demands it, your assignment demands it. That's why you are doing it. Not because you are comparing yourself with another. All right. I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you and not confuse you that attention is the new economy. Attention is the new economy, and we need to begin to pay attention. Pay attention. So it's like a currency, right? Because it's only currency you pay. So pay attention. Thank you so much for your time, guys. The summary would always be posted on our social media handles. I know there could be a video after now talking about our social media handles at Official Real Platform, or if you want to follow me personally, that will be at KJK Speaks. But this is coming from our tribe, the best tribe in the world. All right, guys. Again, please share this link. Let your folks know what's going on. Sending you 1,001 hugs from here and letting you know that your best days are ahead of you. They are not behind you. I say that again. Your best days are ahead of you. They are not behind you. Your best is yet to come. But please pay attention. Pay attention. All right, guys. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. We're going to start another series or another conversation, as it were. And I hope this was helpful. You want to go back to the first, second, and then the third. You can, merge them together or listen to them, an hour each. That's 3 hours. 1 hour for the first or less, the second, and then this one. And then you take notes and begin to talk to yourself. Put a mirror before yourself and begin to talk. Have a conference with yourself. You, yourself, and I. Have a conference. Me, myself, and I, right? Have a conference, a 3-man conference with yourself. And, like they say in the streets from where I come from, back in Africa, they say, borrow yourself what? Brain, right? Love you guys. Bye for now. Attention is a leadership skill. And in today's world, one of the rarest abilities, one of the most scarce ability, is the ability to stay with what matters long enough for it to produce results. What you give your attention to, eventually it shapes your ambition as well. It also shapes your attitude. It shapes your action, your emotions, your outcomes. Your attention is the steering wheel of your life. Where your attention goes, that's also where your life begins to move.
Join Real Conversations with KJK Live on YouTube 8 p.m. Ward, 3 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. BST.